yeah, I'm telling you, on these streets, I see wonders. Can you imagine this? This is an individual who earns 850,000 Kenyan shillings a month. I repeat, 850,000 Kenyan shillings a month. Guess what? That's like $8,000 a month in Kenya, in Africa. That's a huge chunk of, some even guys in America are not even earning that amount of money in a month, I'm telling you. That's a good chunk of cash. But now guess what? That's not the problem. The problem is the guy is broke and he's indebted. Before I even proceed with any question, I asked the question, what do you do for a living, bro? Because you have a leave to borrow. The guy told me, well, Joseph, I got myself into problems. I'm an engineer. I bought myself a pump. I have 2 pumps. I have a petrol station. Petrol station is like a gas station if you're watching this from America, where the cars comes and fuel your car and what have you. He has 2 pumps and he is working. He has employed some people and the business is doing good. It's doing great. I ask, okay, fine. Is this a gross interest or rather gross profit or net profit? That's a net profit. Yo, woo, really? Have you paid your workers and what have you? Yes, I have. Why are you indebted then? The guy told me, well, fine, this is the story where it starts. Then I borrowed some money to do this business and some other investments. I built my mom some house somewhere, and that is my parents and what have you. I support my siblings and some other things here and there. But anyway, I have a debt. And I said, how much do you have in terms of a debt? Guess what? How much the guy has in terms of a debt? 6 million. 6 million Kenyan shillings in debt. Okay, and I asked, how much are you supposed to pay per month out of this 6 million? The guy told me, it's not that much. It's around 270,000 Kenyan shillings a month. And I was like, still friendly. I mean, if you get the 270 from 850,000, I mean, you still have some couple of money, aren't you? That's it. So the point is, okay, fine. What's the problem? Why are you indebted? What happens? The guy told me, hey, you know what? I'm driving a heavy car. I won't deny about that. He's driving a TX. The guy is driving a TX. A TX, I don't know much about cars, but anyway, it's around 6.5 or 6 million or thereabout. Of course, it's a gas line, what have you. Now, the question is, the guy told me I'm indebted. And I asked the guy, okay, fine, what's the problem? Okay, fine, I told the guy, there are 2 types of dolls, yeah? We have what we say, you are within the debt and outside the debt. The guy is within the debt. He can be able to manage it. There's no problem. So I said, the debt here in this case, it's not an issue. Just set it aside. The only problem that he built the houses and what we're going to talk about much later. So the guy told me I'm indebted and alcohol is what is affecting me and ladies. It is what is affecting me a lot. I'm losing a lot of money. And I'm not here to bash alcohol. And I'm not here to say anything, but I'm here to ask you a very simple question. It is you to judge on the comment section. Tell me, if you close your eyes and ask yourself, do you have one family that you know in your life that their lives was affected or their lives were affected because of alcohol? I'll repeat. Do you know in anybody, either from your family members or from close relatives or neighbors or friends, that you know very well alcohol affected their life? And guess what? On top of that alcohol thing, the guy is doing gambling and what have you. Casino thing, okay, and a little bit of upper game of casinos and what have you. But that's not a big issue because the amount of money he told me he's actually gambles. I don't support gambling, but he's not affecting the money that he's having. Of course, we talked about that. Now, the question is this. The guy tells me, guess what? Can you imagine this? In a single weekend, the guy can consume 120,000 in a single weekend. I do not take alcohol. I don't know much about what alcohol goes for, what price, but I'm going to ask you a very sincere question. In a single weekend, that's 120. Okay, fine. For those who are international viewers, this is like $1,200 in a weekend to drink. Now, tell me, what kind of alcohol do you actually take? 120? Well, I know there's some alcohol that costs more. Even a bottle goes for $300. I know that $3,000. I know that. But the question is this: okay, who do you drink with? The guy told me, yes. You know what? I have some couple of friends who we hang around. And we drink a lot and parties here and there. I can actually decide to go to any given place for parties. Sometimes I can go to Dubai. I can go to Mauritius. I can go to Seychelles. The guy told me actually I'm from Seychelles. As we speak, like last week, he flew in. He has some jet lags, from Mauritius or from Seychelles rather, to have some fun and enjoy it. There is nothing wrong with enjoyment. So the guy asked me, okay, Joseph, what can I do? And also have some problems with ladies. I told the guy, you know what? I am not really into the, what we call the alcohol, how to cancel you and what have you. That's not really area of my profession. But by your permission, I can connect you with a lady whom I know. She's a psychologist, handles people on that particular area. If you're an alcoholic and what have you, she can be able to handle you from that perspective. I'll handle what I understand much about the finances. The rest will be handled. I actually connected the guy with the lady, but now here we are on the finances. Earning this amount of money, building a 6 million home is not a big issue. Again, paying 270,000 for the cash is not a big issue. Now the question is this: why am I even making this video? I'm making this video first of all, the guy told me make this video out there. Of course, retain my identities. I didn't share any identities. It can be able to help somebody out there, guys. And this guy, guess what happens? He just have one kid and one wife. Have you built your own home? No, he has not built in his own home. Please, if you find yourself in this kind of a situation when you're earning a good money, how much would I say is a good money in Kenya? When you earn from 150,000 per month and above. If you find yourself earning this amount of money, please guys, do not think that you've actually managed yourself. Do not manage yourself to put yourself in a situation whereby now you're wealthy, you can throw parties right and left and center and what have you. You're still not yet created yourself, especially if you are employed. This guy is a better off because he's running a business. The guy is having a business. So I was asking himself, guys, come on. You can even double this amount of money that you earn. For example, how many pumps do you have? I have 2 pumps. Okay. Now, how about you actually think, how much does it cost to buy 1 pump? A double nozzle and whatever, it goes around 550 to 600, sometimes 480, depends on where you buy. I said, you have the capability, even in 2 months' time, if you can save, assuming that maybe say out of this amount of money, I asked the guy, how much is your recurrent expenditure? The guy told me 200K is my recurrent expenditure. What do I mean? Paying the rent, fueling my car, paying my insurances, and making sure that we eat and school fees and what have you. 200K in a month is good for me. So you're remaining with 600,000. 600,000, deduct the 270K. If you deduct 270K, that will remain with like 300, becomes 670. That will remain with around 230? 230,000? Is it 230 or 330? Whichever. Let's say it's 330. Sometimes mathematics can be a bit discouraging, yeah? Let's say, yeah, 330,000. So 330K is what is remaining. Now, this amount of money you can decide. Guess what? Because you want to safeguard your future where you have a system that is working for you without you having the stress, I said, it's not a must that you can actually pick a little bit of money, channel it towards a soft asset like bills, bonds, and money market fund. But you can also think about coming with the real estate, because you yourself with this salary or with this amount of money, you can speak the language of real estate and investment. What you can be able to decide is, first of all, what is your goal? Once you put your goal in order, then you can work towards that goal. Let's say your goal is to invest 100 million in a certain period of time. Then ask yourself, let's say in 10 years or 15 years from now, so how much do I need to set aside in 15 years for me to earn that amount of money in that particular period of time? Okay, now the question is this: 330,000, you can decide a fraction of this, maybe say 200,000. This one you can channel back to the growth of your business because you understand the business. You can decide to have a different franchise somewhere or different branch of your business in terms of whatever. If you save this month, let's say you dedicate this money for the next 12 months, you have yourself a couple of hundreds, because in a period of 5 months, you have 1 million. Therefore, it means in 1 year, you have around 2 point something or 2.5 thereabout. This amount of money, how many pumps of, do you have yourself? You have a couple of pumps, and maybe you can lease a place, and then the next year you can be able to revamp the place. Of course, I know it costs a lot of money, but even you'd rather even borrow against that so that you can grow the business. The other chunk of cash, like 130,000, how about you channel this money towards an MMF or towards something? Can you imagine pumping 130 per month in a money market fund? Whew. In a period of 1 year or 10 months, you have 1.3 million. In a period of 1 year, you have a couple of 1.6 or thereabout, or 1.4 thereabout. That's a huge chunk of cash. And of course, you earn now the interest that you've earned yourself. You're growing your business, you're actually growing your investment. At the same time, you're managing your finances. Of course, you are able to pay back the loan. And once you service the loan and you're done with the loan, then you have now a free 270,000. Then this money, you can channel it back to your business or your investment, or you can actually decide to go ahead and borrow another loan, get yourself a similar amount of money or 10 million, build yourself some rentals or something. I mean, that is exactly how you grow because it pains to see somebody earning this amount of money and they're speaking the language of broke. I mean, can you imagine speaking the language of people who are earning 25,000 a month, 30,000 a month? you're speaking their language and you're earning this amount of money, it is quite not in order. So it is good to make sure, guys, if you earn this amount of money, 150,000 and above, guys, please call me when you need me to explain to you what areas can you invest, what can you exactly do with the money that you're having. Let's not talk the language that I'm broke. And now the last part that I'm really avoiding, if you have noticed, is about the ladies part. Well, I don't know. Again, I said the lady will help you on that particular area, but I've seen a lot of men bringing down their castles, bringing down their empires because of women or ladies. The Bible says, drink water from your own cistern. If you know what I mean, you know what I know. If you don't get it, forget about it. So make sure that at least you do something. About the gambling and what have you, I ain't going to stress that much more than that. I'm going to say just do something for the sake of that, so that you don't get yourself in such kind of scenarios. Because otherwise, if you get yourself in this kind of scenarios, it's going to be very tough and rough for you. So guys, if you're taking this amount of money, please put your house in order. Give yourself a little bit of time to enjoy yourself. Even if you sacrifice for 2 to 3 years, then later you can enjoy yourself and have all the fun that you may need as far as this world is concerned. Don't behave as if you're dying tomorrow. Yeah, sure, we don't know how, when it's gonna happen, but the issue is try as much as you can. Put your house in order, put your finances in order. Increase the multiple streams of income. You never know, something may happen on that business that you're having. Create another stream of income, and God forbid nothing will happen, but it's always good to have streams of income. If nothing happens at all, then you have another streams of income, then you're having bigger basket. You can be able to fuel that such a car and what have you. So the issue is this: there's nothing wrong having fun and having all those things by yourself, but have them at the appropriate time and the right time, that you are not even actually sacrificing other things that are quite essential. For now, it's a goodbye, and don't forget, you can always pick that number 5 from the description of this specific video. Let's talk business. See you the next one.